Hi you guys, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, then welcome. It's always great to have new people. All right, I just got done doing a message. It's trying to get posted right now. It was on 9%, and now I'm looking at this heart me that says 9. So completion, heavy completion. For some of you guys, you thought you probably completed something and you realized that you didn't. But the good thing is that there's growth. All right, so I'm gonna be speaking of wisdom and experience, as I always do, as well as intuition. But right now I think I want to just do love messages within self and from other people. All right, so cleansing energy within and around me, healthy healed energy only. All right, gotta clear that trauma out. All right, I'll pull some of these. Some of you guys could be releasing envy. Some of you guys could be healing from deceit, and you could be seeing things from a whole nother spectrum. Now, if you know that does not resonate with you, then this message, don't take that, and you're just being encouraged to probably step into those energies. Okay, 3 of these cards fell. Knight of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles. Some of you guys are being encouraged to get into balance, you're being warned from reacting so hastily. All right, especially when it comes to the thoughts that pop up in your head. A lot of times you guys have thoughts that pop up in your head and you probably decide to act on them, and 9 times out of 10 it could be coming from an unhealed space, right? A traumatic space. So you just want to be mindful that you're doing shadow work so you can have more love for yourself, inner child, and for others. All right, what's the message here for the collective today? Today is April the 6th, 2025. All right, it's 6:09 p.m. and we're listening to some soft jazz music. Some of you guys are encouraged to maybe listen to some soft music. Page of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles. I'm seeing earthly matters, the material world, the 3D plane, earthly matters, if I didn't say that already. The Page of Pentacles ties to some type of new job. This could be you coming into something, learning new things, many other things. But with the deck that I'm using, it says God sung above all, and it ties to loyalty and allegiance, friendship and reconciliation. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles, which talks about abundance. Okay, so I feel like some of you guys are finding a new way of doing things in this earthly plane, and it's going to lead you to abundance. For others of you, you're coming into new money, new jobs, promotions, and that's because you're on a path of abundance. All right, this card talks about the eternal God, right? It talks about intellectual lucidity and provides consultation and compensations. So right now, you guys are being provided consultation and you're being compensated for possibly the things that you've experienced in your life, especially after being so loyal, so allegiant. All right, you could be reconciling with people, maybe friends. The Chariot is on the back of the deck. Archangel Michael could be very significant. It says, who is like God? And I'm getting the energy that somebody is like God energy, or you can come into being of this energy. But of course, like we talked about earlier in the video that I'm posting, polarity, right? The law of polarity, integrating your shadows, because there is no light without darkness. Imagine you not doing shadow work and feeling like you're this very love and light being, and then you see yourself coming into like responding in a triggered way, or not having as much compassion for people who operate in a space of narcissism, manipulation, deceit, or whatever the case may be. So it's very important for you guys to get to the bottom of what shadow work is and do the healing yourself. This card talks about perseverance, success, and conflict, and overcoming adversity. So this could be what's to come, or you guys are experiencing this now. You could be very perseverant, and you could be finding success within conflict, like finding ways. Yeah, I'm getting the energy, spiritual success, inner peace. So it's really looking good for sure. If some of you guys need to look up these words like lucidity, please make sure you do, because looking up things can really help you understand a lot of stuff. All right, so intellectual lucidity. All right, so you're coming into an abundant life. All right, so you're coming into an abundant life simply because you're probably operating from a space of godlike energy. You may have been doing the shadow work, or you're doing the shadow work. All right, if you know you don't resonate with this message, then this message is not necessarily for you. But if you want to step into this energy, then you can just do the shadow work and, you know, operate from a loving space and, you know, just heal from your traumas, because nothing was ever personal that was done to you, right? We've all have, you know, these pure energies and essence about ourselves, but then we go through things in life and we pick up on, you know, we experience trauma and other things like that. And a lot of times in this world, society itself as a whole, right, we project on one another. You know, that's why you see so many people who are famous for like speaking from an unhealed space, because there's a lot of people that are unhealed. So a lot of times when they're speaking on certain things and you see there's certain audience pulls towards that, is simply because they still resonate with that. It's because they still have unhealed trauma, right? I even found myself to follow like many readers or people who are talking about certain issues, and they're putting blame on others or whatever the case may be, because of course that's just what was resonating with us, right? But justice is here on the back of the deck. It says makes truth known in court, and it says causes innocence to prevail. This is the card of justice. Yes, honey. So justice is literally being served. I feel like this is, you know, because I always was associating this with, oh, your justice is coming in, people are getting their karma and all of this stuff. But now I'm looking at it from a space of, you know, accountability and having love and compassion for all, including yourself. So when I'm seeing this justice energy, I'm also thinking of you doing the right thing. You not causing any more hurt in the world or trauma because of your own trauma, right? Because sometimes you probably spaz on someone for hurting you, or you're in this conflicted energy with your parents because they didn't treat you right, they didn't give you the emotional need or whatever the case may be. And we want to start focusing more on what can we learn from this and how can we not take it personally, right? We want our chakras to be balanced, but if your heart space is not balanced, if you're not operating from a space of love, then of course fear would be promoted, anxiety, worry, resentment, all of these things. But when you look at the world as they don't mean to do this, they're just unhealed, just like I was. And that's the shadow work and the psychology of like these things, right? So just like Miss Anaya was saying, we're all in this, it's like synchronizations. You're in this collective for a reason. Hello. But everything is going to get better. I feel like it's just your outlook on things and you needing to just heal from being deceived, from, you know, from being envious of other people. Because sometimes you just got to take accountability, right? Sometimes you just got to face the things that are uncomfortable. Like, of course, you don't want to be looked at as this jealous person or envious person. But in reality, if you look at it, if you show yourself kindness, compassion, and say, for instance, if you had a friend, you wouldn't judge them. You would say, oh, no, you did nothing wrong, or whatever the case may be. But when it comes to you, you're self-criticizing yourself, like you're your biggest critic, right? So once again, love every aspect of yourself, even the parts of yourself that people reprimanded, you know, basically rebuked, even the parts of yourself that you tried to hide after those experiences, because you have to realize these people were not purposely, intentionally, right, trying to hurt you, they are just hurt. That's the saying of the hurt people type of context. And mind you, there's many of sayings in the world, but it all depends on how we interpret them, because you create your reality based on your thoughts, right, your beliefs and everything like that. That's why I love how I came up with this anything that's negative is false type of energy. And speaking of fears, the abbreviation that a lot of us started realizing was false evidence appearing real. Started realizing was false evidence appearing real. All right, so I believe that TikTok basically crashed because my phone, the storage. So I'm gonna reset it.